Daily. And I don't know if you hear that full sound, Andre, but that is the sound of us being live from the DNVR bar, high above the bar here at DNVR. And yes, we're together. We know each other in real life. We aren't just, pen pals from across our computers. Andre, great to have you in here in the bar today, and happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Yep.
Got our beers from down in the bar, and cheers to that. So, as we are here at the DNVR bar,
Yes.
I just want to establish something really quick, Andre.
Lay it on me.
The KBO is fake, and last night never happened.
I wish. I mean, can we claim that?
Yeah. The KBO, it never existed, and everything that you think you know about last night is all a lie. It was a fever dream.
Yep.
And nothing. It didn't happen.
I co-signed that 100%. I should have known the second you were like, "Yep, I'm riding with you all the way. We're taking all the KB overs." That it was going to be a disaster.
So did I?
don't even.
Did I extinguish your
even know.
heater?
No, the heater always extinguishes itself. It really
true.
is. You can only burn so bright for that. At a sooner or later, that won't last.
We were Icarus. Is that what we flew too close to the sun?
Fly too close to the sun. Very good.
Yeah,
very
I know.
good.
See, I know a few things.
Okay, debatable, but
So we lose the heater. We go 1-4 on KB overs.
terrible.
Honestly, not even that close on most of them.
No.
It was like I don't know if there was a night off in the KBO. There's our records: 43, 44, 62, 61. I mean, the fact that we're still flirting around 500 is I would commend us, but I'm us. So
That's right.
we're betting on KBO. Honestly, if it weren't for the Bundesliga, we'd probably be like 6 games over 500 each.
Please, had Einar had that terrible weekend with Faroe Island soccer where I took like a plus 700 underdog as one of my picks, we wouldn't be in this terrible predicament. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's true. And honestly, because of that, we are swearing off the Bundesliga. We're letting go of the Bundesliga.
It's true.
We're not going to bet on the Bundesliga this week.
That's right.
And how are you feel on KBO? Are you giving out KBO tonight?
Oh, I'm giving out KBO
All
tonight.
All right, good.
I was 5-0 2 nights ago. I'm ready to get back on the saddle again.
Also, I take issue with our names on the screen there.
Ooh,
I don't know who Andre is.
No,
I have no idea who Andre is.
That's
I
right.
only know Professor Dre, aka the Math Magician.
That's correct.
And thank you there for covering up our white knees there, Allie. No one wants to see that.
That's right.
But it is a nice warm day in Denver. Okay,
It's gorgeous.
UFC 250
You nailed it.
on the slate. I don't know if these numbers are real, Andre. I'm kind of the belief that they just throw out a random number every time and everyone just goes along with it. Like no one's paid close enough attention to notice that they just throw out I know the last one was 249 and I know the next one will be 251, but I swear there's been like 3 UFC 142s and they just, I'm pretty sure.
Ryan, no, I think they've been counting up this whole time, much the same way we do our records. It's not scientific. They're just trying to count up the whole time.
So this is really the 250th USC event. No,
It is not. No, because there are fight nights in the mix.
Right. So, okay. You got
That's
fight
right.
nights. Those don't count.
Those are not part of these numbered pay-per-views.
See, I think that's where they're getting you because every once in a while they might just throw a number on a fight night just to see if you're paying attention. A little repeat. Hey, this is UFC 187. You're like, didn't we already get one? I don't know. Anyways,
Oh God.
it's a great card.
Yes.
DraftKings
It is
is
a good
giving
one.
you free money. Well, we'll talk about that later because you have a theory that I disagree with, and I love when we disagree. So we'll talk about that later. But DraftKings has a great boost. What is Nunez supposed to be on the money line?
She is a plus 650 favorite.
So no, a minus 650.
Minus, yes.
Okay,
yes,
so there you go.
Of course.
That means to win $100, you would have to bet $650 on Nunez.
It's a lot of cheddar.
That's a lot of cheddar. DraftKings has flipped the script. And now they say if you bet $100, well, you can't do that. If you bet $10, which is the max on this, they'll give you $50.
Yep.
So they're giving you plus 500. It should be minus 650. This is an insane deal from DraftKings Sportsbook.
Yeah, they're just gifting you money, which you
Let's
must
go into it.
So
Let's go.
you must take that. I mean, it really is. When they gift you money, you might as well. You're taking advantage of legal betting. It's like a beautiful sale, like we've seen in all under legal endeavors. But you could, I think, play this really intelligently and also sprinkle that same $10 max that you got on Nunez on Felicia Spencer, who you're basically getting the same odds on, plus 475, plus 500 in that range. And then you're guaranteed a close to $40 profit one way or another, no matter who wins. I guess it's more a $30 profit.
It's about 30.
Yeah.
And well, no, because you're getting your 10 back. So it really
one
is
way or another. That's
yeah,
right.
You're getting 10 of your 20 back.
40.
So you're guaranteeing yourself a $40 profit.
What are we even talking about now?
We're talking about giving away $10.
Sure, I guess.
I mean, here's the thing. Two things. Drink if you're a BSN, DNV. Wow, BSN. If you're a DNVR Broncos podcast listeners, you got to drink because I said, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you bet on Felicia Spencer, after she loses, you don't get to say, bye, Felicia. That's part of the rules.
I mean, you could still.
No. That's you spread your money. It's not. You don't get to say it.
No matter what, you've won something. So
okay.
I'd feel comfortable saying bye, Felicia, regardless.
Here's what would flip it for me.
Yeah.
If Felicia Spencer was plus 650, then I would do it because then there's a big profit that you can get from her winning.
Right.
Right now, it's essentially the same. It's plus 450 versus plus 500. You're not. I don't want to give away $10.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
So you are taking the smart route here. And a quick story. Are you familiar with TBT? Not Throwback Thursday, but the basketball tournament?
Yeah, I am.
So when they do their whole setup, it used to be $1 million. I believe it's now $2 million goes to the winning team.
Right.
But the way that the teams get in is you have to endorse them. And you have a link as a fan that you can endorse them. And they have top fans. And one year, CU was in the basketball tournament. Yeah. They made their own team. Yeah. And I was ranked as like the second top fan because of how many people came in through my link to endorse them.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, 100,000, I believe, is split amongst the top fans. So I was in for about $2,000 if they win the thing.
Wow.
And they made it to the finals, Andre. And
I remember this. I didn't realize the stakes were so high.
I was an amateur. I didn't understand betting at the time, but someone said, "Yo, you need to hedge your bet on the other side to make sure you get a profit here because you can get $2,000 from TBT if they win.
Yeah,
and if you do it right, you can get in Vegas and make sure that you make some money off of this.
Right."
But I was a noob. I didn't know what that meant. I wasn't smart enough, and I missed out on it, and they lost. They had like a 20-point lead. They lost. And here's the other thing is I wasn't sure, like, how legit was this? What was I going to have to do for this 2000? Was I have to go to like a timeshare meeting or something?
Right.
So I was a little weary of that. I tried to read the fine print. But so you're doing the smart thing here. Yes. You're hedging your bets. I kind of just want to gamble. Because
I hear you. I mean,
you're not going to have any vested interest in what happens. I guess you'll be going for Nunez because you make $5 more off that.
Yeah, I suppose.
But yeah, I guess then you also get a root.
It does take the fun out of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're not gambling anymore. Now you're just.
That's true. I'm just like taking advantage of a great sale.
Yeah, you're just trying to make $30.
$30
or $40
being offered to me, and I'm saying yes, I will take those. Thank you very much.
And I'm saying I'll take the 50 with a little bit of gambling.
Right. The other nice thing is that one way or another, DraftKings is basically paying for your pay-per-view with this, which we've advertised before. That's always nice.
Yeah, that is nice. And correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Is this totally messed up that you can't just go onto your TV and just click a button and get it on there?
It's maybe like 2 more steps than that.
But I know. I feel like I'm having to pay $50 for something.
Yeah.
I want it to be easy. Just click a button, $50, and now it's on my TV. Now you got to pull it up on your computer and buy it and HDMI and all this other stuff.
I'll do it tonight. I have my TV connected to a Roku with the ESPN Plus account logged in. I think it was like a 1 or 2 click process less.
Well, what if your Wi-Fi goes out?
Yeah, no, that stinks. I mean, that is it is nice to have it through the TV. I'll give you that.
So I don't know. I feel like if you're charging for the service, it should be super easy. They're gonna get my money either way, so they win. But
convenience is key. I hear you. I hear you.
This is just where I'm at. Okay, let's get into the rest of the card here.
Always on Spencer Nunez though. To go the distance, yes is plus 225. No is minus 335. So obviously they don't. Someone's getting a finish here. That seems like a smart bet. Yeah, right. That's the smart assumption. That's where I would go. This isn't going to go the distance. And yet, this is another bet that has me intrigued. We've seen in the UFC, these things can happen. And Spencer is a tough girl. She could extend this out. So I don't know. I'm intrigued by that value, even though that's that's not one of my official picks today.
Tell me a little bit about Nunez. What makes her so special?
Oh, I mean, she's just phenomenal. She's so complete. She's super gritty. She just checks off all the boxes, and she's been doing it at the highest level for so long. She's beaten, the best of the best. She's a champion in 2 different weight classes. I mean, she's a phenom. She is the GOAT in women's UFC and maybe UFC in general. She's just a phenom.
I love that. Like the torch gets passed in women's UFC pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's true.
It's kind of entertaining. Yeah. You compare it to like tennis. The torch has been torch gets passed like once every 10 years or something. In women's, if you're in women's UFC, and even men's too a little bit, but especially in women's, it gets passed like every couple months.
It's a sport with great parity. It's why it's been so fun to bet on. It's why it's been so fun to hit on these underdogs. It's why I'm excited to get into the rest of this card.
We usually work our way up, but since we started at the top, let's work our way backwards and go into the men's co-main event here, which is Cody Garbrandt and Rafael Assunção.
Nailed it. I love that. This is such an interesting fight. I think you'll really appreciate Cody's swagger. We're talking about a former champion and yet a guy who hasn't won a fight in the UFC since 2016. So yeah, it's been a minute.
That's like the entire history of this company.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Almost.
That's right. You could you even drink legally in 2016?
Yes.
Okay, just barely.
But Allie probably couldn't.
No, that's right. Producer Allie definitely couldn't. I was not a father. There are lots of things were not as they are now.
Literally, the entire world has changed.
Yes. Now that was true of like UFC 249, maybe. So
I cannot debate that in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. Hopefully for the better.
That's right. And yet he's super athletic, really good defensively. He's got some power. He might benefit from the fact that there's no crowd, so he's not going to get too swaggy, and he's not going to press too much and get himself in trouble.
I can't believe I just heard from Andre. He's not going to get too swaggy.
I think I'm using that properly, though.
I personally don't think it's possible.
You don't think it's possible?
As a Baker Mayfield supporter, I don't think it's possible.
Please. I think Baker Mayfield proved my point. So, there's lots to like here. With kind of the name brand fighter, Rafael Assunção is just built like a tank, great on his feet, but fine finisher on the ground as well. I think at some point he gets on Cody and it's going to get ugly.
I'm all in on Assunção,
who's an underdog at plus 120.
Right. And that's what it's kind of surprising to me after you mentioned that Garbrandt hasn't won a fight. I mean, in forever.
Yeah. I mean, he's lost 2 title fights. It's not like he was messing around. But Assunção is no noob either. This guy's the real deal as well. So, yeah, this is an interesting one. I like this not to go the distance at minus 134.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're bantamweights. So,
Don't you think the co-main event should be 5 rounds?
I do.
Why?
I think that would be really fun. I don't think this should even be the co-main. I think the next one is probably an even better fight.
don't call it the co-main event unless you're going to treat it like a main event.
Yeah, I mean, like the main event is a title fight. Unless you have 2 title fights on the same card, I'm not sure you can call it a co-main event. I don't get why they do that for every UFC thing.
I don't know, but I'm saying if you're calling it a co-main event, make it 5 rounds. Okay, the next one. So we're both in on Asun Sao.
Yeah, nice little underdog here.
Okay, next one. You're gonna have to help me with the name here. Aljamain.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
All right, Aljamain Sterling and Corey Sandhagen. Thanks to Corey Sandhagen for the easy pronunciation.
Shout out to him. Really a fun fight.
It's too bad he's gonna lose.
Yeah, well, we'll see. A lot of people have said that this matchup against the 2nd-ranked contender in the bantamweight division against the 4th-ranked contender should really be the title fight now that the title is vacant after Henry Cejudo retired. And
why is it not?
Well, they're kind of tippy-toeing. Really, this will be whoever wins this is going to play whoever is going to fight whoever will win the actual title fight. But yeah, I mean, the 2nd-ranked contender, that's without the champion, that's like the top dog. So anyways,
so what happens with how does this work? I'm a noob here. Where does the belt? Who has the belt? Where is it?
No one has the belt. The belt is vanished into the sky. So we will have a title fight to establish it, and it probably should be this fight, but it won't be.
So that's just up to Dana White.
Yeah, he will come up with the fight. It'll probably be in their next pay-per-view.
Count me in on that. It seems weird.
No, it does seem weird. And, Sterling is awkward, and he's got some real power, and he can get funky on the ground. And Sandhagen has some of those same tools. He's the longer guy, really uses that length well. And I think he's more polished, more technically sound with his ground game as well. This is an even fight. This is going to be spectacular. Bantamweights, you remember that Cejudo fight. They're just flying around. They're so fast.
So good.
It's so much fun to see. With this being even, I'm just barely feeling like the more polished technician in Sandhagen is my pick here.
There we go. There's a disagreement.
Excellent.
I'm a Sterling guy.
There you go. Beautiful.
You've heard of Sterling Silver. This is going to be Sterling Gold. He's not taking 2nd place in this one.
Sterling does feel like your kind of guy.
He is.
Like his
I just got to figure out how to say his first name first.
Yeah, exactly.
I got Sterling down pat. Okay, next fight here. You got Anthony Rocco Martin and Neil Magny.
Yeah, Magny, a long-time vet here against Anthony Rocco, maybe a little less known, but he's going to show up, and this is a pretty even line as well. So I don't feel super comfortable taking either side here, but this is one that I'm going to have my hand on the trigger during the live stream, I guess I would call it, because here's a nice stat. Magny is 14-1 in the UFC when he lands a takedown, 1-5 when he doesn't. What's that mean? I'm ready to live bet as soon as he gets that takedown. Boom, I'm jumping on Magny.
I wonder
if he doesn't, I stay put.
They're quick on changing these lines. I wonder just what they'll move it to when he gets that takedown.
I'll be interested to see, because takedowns, they're not like putting a guy to the ground,
Right.
But at the same time, it could swing the line a little, and Magny's already the favorite here. Yeah, this is an interesting one. And
I don't like fighters that go for takedowns.
I don't love it. No, they can be frustrating.
They're so boring. Stand up, let's go. Let's throw some punches.
Yeah, and
what was the fight last time? Was that the title, or was that the main event where they were like crawling around the ring the whole time? Who was it? Someone's trying to just
was the main event? Get
out of it over and over. I can't even remember. You mentioned the world changing since 249. I mean, this week, it feels like last Saturday was a month ago, at least.
Yeah, it does. I can't remember we won money on this and everything. What was the main card?
Yeah, we were 2-1, or I was 2-0.
You were 2-0. I was 3-3.
Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like the final fight is. Do anyone in the comments letting us know what the fight was this last weekend? Yeah, Chris Hill, bail us out, bro. I don't know what it was, but I just remember the guy who ended up winning the fight, I believe, was like trying to escape these takedowns over and over again.
Was it the Spike Carlisle fight?
No.
Billy Quarantillo.
You're getting it. There's a fight that happened last week. There we go. That works.
Actually, if I scroll down on my notes, maybe I'd find it.
Anyways, we can move on.
Yeah.
So I am gonna go with Rocco Martin here.
You like the upset here.
Yep, Rocco's
Okay.
modern dub.
Beautiful. I assume the reasoning is his name is Rocco. He must be good at fighting.
That would not no.
That's not too far.
I
off.
don't like fighters who go for takedowns. I don't want to go for your takedown
Okay,
guy.
great. I love it. That's actually pretty good. Okay, biggest
And
favorite.
for
of
what
the
it's
night.
worth, that's the last one that I'm in on.
Oh, nice. Biggest favorite of the night is Sean O'Malley, one of the bright young stars of the UFC. This guy is so exciting. Undefeated in the UFC, 11-0 as a pro, and 7 of those 11 wins came as a TKO or KO or DQ. We have it?
Woodley and Burns.
Of course. Jeez Louise. Yes, of course.
Woodley and Burns sounds like a novel about detectives.
Or like a fun comedy of like two old guys getting into slapstick shenanigans.
Who's on first? Is that Woodley and Burns?
That's right. So anyways, O'Malley, the money line is great for parlays. I know like guys like our guy Chris Hill, that's a good little parlay pick. Where this gets interesting for this minus 500 favorite is O'Malley is just minus 121 to win by KO, TKO, or DQ. Well, that's the 7 of his 11 wins. That's how he won. KO or TKO. Minus 121, Ryan. Great value.
Okay. Now you're talking me into it.
For a big favorite, but you can get the method of win, and that's nice value. That's the way you go.
So what? You just can't have submission or
But if he's going to win, he's not winning on a submission.
right.
And he's probably, I mean, dude, he's a minus 500 favorite. You think that's going the distance?
Didn't I already decide that I wasn't going to let fights go to decisions in the first place? Wasn't that one of my rules?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to revisit all the lines.
Yeah.
The decisions is terrible.
Mhm.
I feel like this is
Yeah,
what
I don't want
happened. This is how the BCS was created. Everyone was like, these decisions, they're unjust. We need to create a computer system that makes all the decisions for us.
Right.
Maybe they could do that with UFC. Just don't make it like the BCS.
Maybe, just not like the BCS. That's right. That's
Like
the model to follow, not the BCS.
I don't know. I just want to know who won rather than like some technicality that some guy saw.
Yeah.
Like last week, don't ask me what fight it was. I believe it was oh god, it's the one we just talked about. Not Woodley and Burns.
It wasn't Woodley Burns.
It
wasn't Spike.
It was the Spike. I think it was the Spike Carlisle fight where he
I think
grabbed the
you're
fence.
right. Yeah.
They're like, oh my god, he grabbed the fence. I'm like, I'm the noob here. I'm like, what does that mean? What do you mean he grabbed the fence?
Right.
He can't grab the fence? They're like, oh, he's gonna lose the fight now because he grabbed. That's what he
Right.
gets docked up. Like, I'm like having a panic attack
Right.
over here because my guy who's dominating the fight grabbed the damn fence. I can't have that.
It's true.
Just knock him out, please.
Tricky. Can't have it. You're right. Yeah, that was Sakai. Sakai did that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Sakai against the Bulgarian guy. Okay.
Volkov.
No, Volkov is who played.
Damn it. We're doing our best here. You know what?
I guess
It's really
so.
hard to remember things from a week
It's
ago.
incredible that we are right around 500 with,
Right.
with our knowledge. Are we ready for some KBO?
Oh, so that's
Are
all we got.
ever?
You know,
I gave out like 7 picks. How many do I need to give out?
I asked
here?
Andre before the show, are there any Colorado fighters? Are there any Colorado fighters in this one? And he said, I don't know. I command F'd when I was doing my research that I couldn't find Colorado. So that's our
input there.
That's our scientific there. As far as we know, no Colorado fighters. If anyone in the comments has a Colorado fighter, we'll take them no matter what, because
that's right.
Colorado fighters to this point,
Basically
undefeated.
Yeah.
Undefeated on our bets, right?
Yes. Overeem.
Well, we didn't take him.
We didn't. I forget we didn't take Cowboy, so we're fine. We're
Oh.
undefeated, but we did
Yeah.
have Pettis there. So okay.
All right. KBO, what do you got for me?
All right.
Before KBO.
Yes.
Before KBO. A shout out to DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now,
Big time.
awesome deal out there for our listeners. They're going to give you a $500 match bonus plus a $500 first bet match. So You can get up to $500 on your deposit. You can get up to $500 as a first bet match from DraftKings Sportsbook. So up to $1,000, yep. And it's a hell of a deal for people. Of course, it's Colorado only, must be 21 or older, and the first deposit requires a 25 times playthrough, and of course restrictions apply. So see DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. Had to lean in to see what I was reading there. All right, now we can get into the KBO picks.
Okay, there's been so much talk of Jokic, rightfully so. Amazing,
the guy.
The only pitcher in the KBO who's doing even better is Koo Chang Mo, which now that I pronounce his name, I know I've brought him up before on the show, even though he'd slipped my mind. He's 4-0 for the Dinos, 0.51 ERA. He's a beast. He's going against the lowly Eagles tonight, which is why I'm taking the Eagles under 2.5. The Dinos offense has been so explosive. I'm also taking the over total runs of 8.5 in that game.
Hold on. Why would you not just take the Dinos team total over?
Well, because the Dinos have been raking. I just think that's the way to go.
But I'm telling you,
I guess fine. Okay, what do we have?
I'm just trying to help you out here.
You're right.
Over 5.5.
All right, fine. I'm changing my pick to that.
So that's a good call. It's minus 137. You're losing a little bit of value, but you're telling me that they're going to score 1 run or 2 runs, and if they score 6, that would only get you to 8.
You're right.
So
I've got Dinos over 5.5.
Yes, there you go.
Excellent advice.
You're welcome.
I really like that. Then I'm doing it. I'm taking a couple unders here. Tigers Bears, a really nice pitching matchup. That's under 9. I think it can happen after the low scoring night we had last night. KT Wiz Giants, I'm taking under 9.5. New series. Every time there's a new series, we kind of restart. Scoring was a little lower in these new series. We're going to adjust and take those 2 unders. And I'm closing it out with Twins Heroes over 11.5. But this pitching matchup is too good not to take. You've got two starters who we've got a nice sample size on, and I like the over here.
All right. I'm going to go a little conservative on KBO tonight since we have a lot of other things on the table. Give me Twins Heroes over 11 and give me Dinos over 5.5.
Okay, I like it.
That's all I need.
Let me mention, while they are not official picks, there are a couple lines that have piqued my interest in the Bundesliga.
So you've joined me in the anti-Bundesliga train.
At least for this weekend, yes.
All right. You're taking a break.
I've suffered too many losses, unfortunately. Bayern Munich against Bayern Leverkusen, 2 of the top teams in the league. Obviously, Bayern Munich head and shoulders above the rest. Over 3.5 is minus 122. I think that's a pretty easy bet. Over 4.5, which has happened. Bayern scored over 5 goals in 2 of the last 4 games. That's plus 190. I like that quite a bit. Then Werder Bremen against Wolfsburg, 2 teams that have won us and also lost us some money. Going head to head, Bremen the underdog, but they're both, you're getting the better odds than not with pluses on either side here. So that's a fun one to bet on. You want the dog, you go Bremen. You want to go a little softer, you can go Wolfsburg here.
Well, now I'm going to wake up and get action on the Bundesliga. So Beautiful. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
All right. Is that it? Anything else on the slate? We got anything going on?
Is there something Island picks for me?
All right.
We're closing it.
I'm so excited for UFC 250.
Same.
The 3rd edition of UFC 250. But this one's going to be the best one yet. Best UFC 250 ever. I can guarantee that.
We can hope.
All right. That's going to wrap it up for us this week. Thank you all for tuning in to the first time that we've actually been in person. It's a fantastic feeling. Hope you enjoyed the improved sound. But for now, it's going to do it, and we will talk to you next week. Good luck.